Good to see you, gamers. And hey, I hope that brought a smile to your face. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth content coming up. Much more so than Remake, Rebirth celebrates the eccentric sense of humor and bizarre characters that you are constantly coming across and interacting with. Remake had its wacky moments, don't get me wrong. Cloud's chest popping, and Wedge's ass biting, and Tifa's neon platform jumping, and oh dear God, no. Oh.
Shall I pick you? Yeah.
But Rebirth? It spawns this everywhere! At one point, Tifa and Cloud come to the aid of kids, letting themselves transform into frogs in an ultimate amphibian clash, then bond over what it's like to jump over propeller blades in what is an absolutely dumb but heartwarming sequence. Is this not the Tifa and Cloud flirting you've always wanted?
You looked like you were having fun.
Ribbit.
Ribbit, ribbit.
Hey! Ribbit.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Now, you might scoff at this one, given how it's completely unrealistic and there's no memorable side characters. Okay, yeah, let's talk about realism for a second. Is it realistic for Tifa, Aerith, and Yuffie to be ushered into a live musical performance, instantly able to dance in perfect synchronized choreography with a gold saucer event that appears immediately after arriving at the damn place that also features a 50-something man with no armpit hair that nonetheless turns Yuffie on and makes her faint? No. Is it plausible to see Aerith and Tifa, neither of which have probably handled a gun in their life, to be able to perform lockstep with Cloud, exhibiting perfect, precise military form as the three masquerade as Shinra troopers? Not in the least. Should Aerith don sunglasses during a synergy attack with Barrett?
It's on!
Oh yeah! Bring the heat!
Who knows? But do it anyway. Does Roche's rematch with Cloud, complete with circus show stunts, pitting a swordsman against a 500 horsepower motorcycle, scream out realism? How about electronic vending machines in a thousands and thousands of years old ancient temple that has never been seen by most humans? And does it make sense for Yuffie to have the power to create 8 Johnnies, which appear to help a half-naked Cloud as he fights off Hojo's inexplicably appearing robot, using an umbrella as a weapon? Sure. Come on, what are you overreacting for? Stuff like that happens all the time. No! It doesn't make sense at all. What if I were to drop this solitary ice cube into this piping hot mug of Canadian Tim Hortons coffee, instantly freezing it? Did that look realistic? Nah, but it was unexpected, wasn't it? It got your attention. And that's the point. The absurdity of it all makes it hilarious, and it broadens the horizons and possibilities for the things that Square Enix could include. Is Scarlet's, is that a reasonable attire befitting a professional corporate leader? Not likely, but this is a video game, so she rocks it anyway, before engaging the female party members in an over-the-top gargantuan robot versus anime Charlie's Angels-esque battle! Stretching the boundaries makes Rebirth so engaging to play, and creates laughter for all. This Junin sequence is particularly funny. Each group of the 7th Infantry you recruit are just out of their minds, and then the way they all march like doofuses upon Cloud giving them orders to move out.
Follow me.
Yes, sir!
with that expanding amount of Cloud's army earnestly offering their encouragement and well wishes every time he sets foot in the Junin marketplace.
Sir, welcome back, sir.
Welcome back, sir.
Looking forward to a celebratory drink, sir.
Can't wait, sir.
It's the cheesiest thing ever, but I loved every second of it. And as stupid as it initially feels, I did not want my lowly troopers to die when Cloud has to attempt to find the imposter. They're loyal to a fault. They even heal Cloud when he's hurt, and there's genuine emotion when Cloud has to let them go.
The 7th feels more like a family than ever, and we hope you feel the same.
You're not out of line. It's been an honor, Trooper.
This is a sign of developers who understand how to attach players to the characters. No, Cloud summoning a dolphin to get access to Upper Junin doesn't follow real-world logic.
Okay, which one of you wants to go flying?
Free Willy my ass. No dolphin is this intelligent or enjoys the company of humans this much. Hey, also, any ancient gamers my age, did this particular sequence remind you of an older, more retro game? The Dolphin game is just like Wave Race 64. They even stole the tutorial stage from that classic.
Welcome to Dolphin Park. Warm-up time. Follow that dolphin.
Anyway, if it was an emo Advent Children style game, Cloud and company would have just got on an elevator or climbed up some stairs.
Just say you can't hack it.
I'll hack you, jackass!
Reaching the upper levels of Junin would be a moot point. But they kept this. Gamers loved its absurdity, so it's there. The Ghost Square at the Gold Saucer is so cheesily packed with jump scares, along with a genuinely creepy Tonberry machine. This is legitimately disturbing, especially when you hear the legends behind it.
Seeking revenge, and if it crosses paths with ill-mannered guests that remind it of the one who did it wrong, stab right through their heart.
Instead of chalk drawings, and this cheap knockoff of Moogles represented by this kid in the remake, you're finding the actual mystical creatures all over the world. And there's even references to the Gold Saucer Moogle game from the original.
The emporium that Mog and Mag built together won't have to close down.
Where you guide that poor lonely soul through trials so he can find his mate and produce all of these rambunctious families of Moogles that are so charming.
But also goddamn annoying.
Can't catch me! Can't catch me!
But so damn charming and adorable!
You can't help but smile, even after they make you pull your hair out from failed rounding up attempts.
Can't catch me.
Cloud, Barrett, Aerith, and Tifa were already well established, but Square did a great job reintroducing the rest of the cast. Because the game is so long, there's tons of opportunities for everyone to stand out. Kate Sith's personality and voice actor is just tremendously suave and optimistic.
Nowhere to stay? I'll foot the entire bill myself. It feels so good to do good.
Even for players who know about his eventual betrayal, it's difficult to sustain any long-lasting ill will, because that cat and Moogle just exude a pleasant camaraderie that even Cloud warms up to.
No denying that. But it's the only lead I've got.
Then let's follow it. We trust you.
You do? Thank you.
And by the end, well, if even Barrett can get one over, I think it's safe to say this scene gave us the feels too. even though we all know he's instantly gonna come back in another robot body. Yuffie. Oh man, Yuffie. She is adorable. Her teenage energy is just infectious, right from her introduction, with Cloud accidentally looking like a creep in what was supposed to be a reference to the CPR minigame.
You picked the wrong girl, creep!
She'll make typical perverse comments for someone her age.
If we cloned a bunch of Barretts, they'd blast those baddies into oblivion!
And catch us in the crossfire.
Okay, what about Tifa? Thinking naughty thoughts?
Oh, shut up.
She shows authentic adolescent boredom, but this enlightens us to how her talents even span to singing, giving us a new appreciation for her own theme music.
Bet y'all go insane, 'cause I've got nothing else to do. I'm stuck here wasting time.
If you say the right thing, you can even get more of her amateur improv ballad, though it definitely can get annoying.
Chocobo, choco, choco, chocobo.
Oh,
I'm on a chocobo.
God.
Choco, choco,
Oh, shut up!
choco, 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 choco.
Please shut up now.
I'm on a chocobo. You're on a chocobo.
Speaking of the dialogue choices, just before Yuffie joins your party, there's a surprisingly long stretch of conversation options. A big dialogue tree not found anywhere else in the game that evoke different reactions from the ninja girl, a couple of which actually cause her to depart for a minute before she officially joins.
Afraid you're about to catch a beat down? Wait, seriously? Abort, abort! Tactical retreat!
This references the original, where the same string of word choices were much more important, because screwing them up meant Yuffie would leave you in the dust, and you'd have to encounter her randomly again in the next forest area. To include this homage just makes fans happy, and Square Enix did a lot of these moments right. When you hear Cid's theme for the first time,
Where to, folks?
or you see that unrealistic coffin scene where the lid unrealistically pops off 20 feet, that's unabashedly the same as the original, it makes you smile. Because Square obviously knows how to appease to the fanbase with these constant nods. The supporting characters fare just as well. Bugenhagen's laugh is just as we'd imagine it in the original. And he still floats around like a boss on that orb thing, which I had no idea that's what it was. I figured he was just a levitating dude with superpowers back then.
Dude gets around!
Kudos to the development team for recreating the spectacular planet scene with new technology as well. It's amazing how good the old one still looks though.
What happens next?
Chocobos are back in the forefront, and I absolutely loved how the ranch is in the exact same part of the map as the old game, complete with Cloud needing to follow chocobo tracks to round up the very first traditional chocobo, again echoing the original's method of finding these birds. Even their motivation to get a chocobo is the same as the old game. It can't cross the swamp without riding a chocobo. Even the chocobo sage returns, albeit in a more drunken / high as a kite version. He even retains his poor memory as well.
Hold on. I know this. I do. Why can't I remember? Oh, damn it!
This guy! He looks more like an overaged cosplayer with a serious chocoholic fetish, looking nothing like the more mystical or alien one from before. But even if in name only, it's another nostalgic tingle among many that reverberate through Rebirth.
I worry about this fossil though. It sounds like he's dying half the time. Listen to this. What exactly is he making with those flying choco flower things? Jeez, he might want to stop.
Gus is possibly an even worse person than Don Corneo, who's also still around and lacking any measure of self-improvement. But Gus? Damn, he is so likable, despite his overblown narcissism.
That's Gus to you. I want stacks of it, heaps of it, mountains of it.
He even has his own theme song. look at him groove to his own delusional planning. Watch his false bravado momentarily snap as he can't handle the fact that he got his ass handed to him in his own tournament.
Damn it! Do you have any idea how much kill I spent on that thing? You inconsiderate son of a... It's done. It's all good.
If there was ever a video game character who you wanted to punch in the face more, let me know, because this Gus guy, he's at the top of my list. That'll do. Yeah, that'll work.
And even more minor NPCs have ridiculous interactions, like these two young women.
This is for him! Hey, quit it!
Slapping each other? Is this supposed to be a homage to Scarlet and Tifa?
Actually, we're a pretty good match.
Well, at least it ends with more civility than the old game.
You hussy! Excuse me?
Oh, never mind. And then, there's tiny, small character moments that only the old school portion of us will get. Cloud has the option to jam on Tifa's piano, and it's awesome how here, just like before, there's no real rhyme or reason. You don't get sheet music to actually play anything for now, so it's just plunking on random keys like before. Anyone else attempt to replicate the Highwind theme to get the secret loot like in the old game? I did. And yeah, I really failed. Speaking of this scene, you also have the opportunity to make Cloud a creep by checking in Tifa's drawers, which results in...
Cloud! You asshole!
Yep, that was deserved.
The developers didn't have the stones to include the legendary orthopedic underwear, but hey, it's more tasteful now, and that's probably for the best. Red's ridiculous human posing from the old game returns in the Queen's Blood tournament. Instead of worrying about being exposed and dressing as a Shinra trooper, here the atmosphere is much more relaxed. However, Red's animal identity prevents him from participating in what is honestly the worst minigame ever conceived by humans.
I want to speak with your manager.
But that's a topic for another time.
Anyway, to bypass this, he dons that familiar Shinra outfit, challenging Cloud, and for some reason pulls off some Michael Jackson-ish moonwalking. The animations here, oh, they just crack me up.
Cloud, are you ready?
Even the main story beats have action moments that make movies like Advent Children seem realistic and toned down. Elena doing parachute jumps out of the helicopters without a parachute, landing flawlessly on the buggy window as she will not give up, makes this 20-year-old seem way too trained and badass to be true. But yet just a moment ago, she crumbles under the heat of the desert, with ice cream being her top priority, and the game makes sure to give her those just desserts shortly thereafter.
Wait, this reminds me of... Oh man! This looks just like the ice cream Roxas ate in Kingdom Hearts 2! It's even the same color! Did we need any more Kingdom Hearts references besides Whispers and Heartless? And should I ever start reviews on this series?
Anyway, we've got muscle men like Dio posing with every word he says.
I am Dio.
Inseparable from his showman persona, even as serious murder cases and bullet storms are going down at his establishment. He's got muscles within his bigger muscles, and yet somehow doesn't have to deal with armpit hair. No one does, actually. Does that not exist in the Japanese RPG universe?
Oh, let's do this! Yeah! Come on, kill him! Whew, this is a hairy situation here. Oh, damn! Right. Well, there is a good reason for that. I've realized that now. Nasty.
One of the best showcases for the cheesy humor and silliness that Final Fantasy VII should always keep close to its heart is found near the end of the game in the Loveless Play recreation. I was hoping that there would at least be a mention of this almost throwaway scene from the old game, but was absolutely blown away by how much detail they crammed into it. First of all, it completely changes based on who your date for the gold saucer is. For example, Tifa and Aerith can both play the Queen in Distress role, with their own costume designs and small touches, like Cloud and Tifa's interlocking hands during Aerith's singing performance, which changes to Cloud and Aerith's knowing facial expressions throughout the same scene. It's much more interactive too, giving you a similar timed button minigame setup that's found in Juno's military exercises.
Hey, at least it's better than this, right?
It even has that same ridiculous choice you can make to profess your love for the Fair Maiden or Barret and Red. If Final Fantasy VII was taking itself too seriously, it wouldn't have bothered with this, but they kept this hilarious choice in here just for fun. It's all about fun.
That's my main takeaway here. The game already has enough emotional, tragic content to make Arnold Schwarzenegger cry. Probably.
So, they made sure to allocate other chunks to honor the spirit of the original, that exudes classic JRPG character wackiness, unrelenting creative action scenes, and flawless performances that couldn't possibly take place within our own mundane existence.
I hate you, Cloud! You're dead, you spiky-haired...
Did you enjoy all the humor and homages that Rebirth dished out? Let me know what your favorite moments were, whether it was a direct inspiration from the original classic, or maybe something completely new that really stood out and made you laugh. And please remember to like and subscribe if you want some more in-depth RPG content, right here at Gaming Introspection. Thanks for tuning in, gamers. It's always good to see ya. Take care.